The days we shared were painted in gold, each moment a sunbeam captured in time. I remember the way Clara's laughter danced through the tall grass of the sun-drenched meadow, a melody that promised forever. We were infinite then, tangled up in each other under the vast, open sky. Our mornings began with the quiet ritual of coffee, the steam rising to meet the soft light filtering through the window, her hand warm in mine. Evenings were spent walking along the shore, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, casting our intertwined shadows long on the sand. We spoke of futures, of dreams, of a lifetime stretching out before us, as certain as the tide. Every shared glance, every whispered secret, every gentle touch was a thread weaving our lives into a single, beautiful tapestry. It was a perfect, seamless existence, a world built for two, and in my naivety, I believed it was indestructible. Then, the world stopped spinning. The vibrant colors of our life bled out in an instant, leaving behind a stark, colorless void. It wasn't a storm or a crash, but a silence that screamed louder than any explosion. I found it on the kitchen table where we had shared our morning coffee just a day before. A single, folded piece of paper. Her handwriting, once a familiar comfort, now felt like a blade. The words were simple, yet they carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken goodbyes, a definitive end to the world we had built. The air grew cold, the light in the room dimmed, and the warmth that had defined my existence was extinguished. The golden age was over, replaced by an era of chilling, desaturated grey. That note was not just paper and ink. It was the final, devastating chapter of a story I thought would never end. Now, I walk through the ghosts of our past, a solitary pilgrim in a deserted land of memories. The meadow is still there, but the grass is muted, and the only sound is the rustle of the lonely wind. I stand in the cafe, the table where we sat now starkly empty, the ghost of her laughter, a faint, painful echo in my ears. I trace the coastline where our shadows once danced, but now my own is a solitary, elongated shape against the pale, unforgiving sand. The world we created together remains, but it's a hollow shell, a stage without its lead actor. In my hand, I clutch an old photograph, a frozen moment of our shared joy. Her smile, once a source of boundless happiness, now serves as a constant, piercing reminder of what I have lost. Longing is a heavy cloak, and I wear it every day, each step a journey deeper into the echoes of what used to be. Tonight, I find myself standing on the edge of the world, a cliff overlooking the vast, indifferent ocean as dusk settles in. The last light of the day streaks the sky with pale, somber colors, a final, gentle farewell from the sun. The wind whispers around me, carrying the scent of salt and finality. In my palm rests a small silver locket, a trinket I gave her on our first anniversary. It feels cold against my skin, a stark contrast to the warmth of the memories it holds within. I open it one last time, gazing at the tiny portrait inside, a miniature effigy of a love that was once my entire universe. With a deep, shuddering breath, I close it, the soft click of the clasp echoing the closing of a door in my heart. This is not an act of forgetting, but a final, quiet acknowledgement of the end. A farewell whispered, not to her, but to the hope that she might one day return. With the locket secured in my pocket, a small, heavy weight against my heart, I turn my back to the endless expanse of the ocean. The fading light casts a long shadow behind me as I begin to walk away, a solitary figure moving toward an unknown horizon. There is no destination in mind, only the deliberate act of moving forward, one step at a time. This is not a triumphant march toward a brighter future, but a quiet, somber retreat into acceptance. The pain is not gone, but it has changed its shape, transforming from a raging storm into a quiet, constant ache. I am walking away from the cliff, away from the past, away from the ghost of her. I walk into the encroaching twilight, embracing the solitude not as a punishment, but as the new, unwritten landscape of my life.